Every website should have a way for your site visitors to reach out to you. And live chat widgets are one of the best ways to do that. Hey, what up, decisive marketers? It's Henry here, and today we're going to be talking about Goo.Chat. This is a very I would say well created live chat widget that comes with a chatbot, right? It's very nice looking UI, I would say, that will impress your visitors. But before I dive into Goo.Chat, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you like to see more digital marketing and e-commerce content, right? So here we go. So here we are in Goo.Chat. Let me just kind of jump in. Okay, so right here is my Goo.Chat. Okay, so we're gonna be jumping into the settings first. I've already set this up on my website right here. Let me just kind of refresh this. You can see that intercom looking widget right here. All right, this is the one right here. It's not updated yet. I'm just gonna open up Incognito, which you can see the latest version of the widget. Okay, so this is the one right here. Okay, just click on live chat. Okay, and you can see a chatbot running right here. So we're gonna jump in back into Goo.Chat right here. So there are some gradient design that you can set up. You can just kind of pick one and get going with it, or you can customize your own. You can also, of course, set gradient design right here, and also the transparency. So yeah. Okay, so this you can set up the transparency as well. You can put in your number of agents. You got to invite them to your workspace first, right? And they can choose the chat position on the bottom left or the bottom right. Okay, so one downside with Goo.Chat is you can't set the padding, right, or the alignment or margin from the from the bottom right or left position, right? So I think that would really help if you could do that, and then you can choose one of these icons right here or upload your own. Let me just kind of move my camera right here because we're going to be talking about a live chat widget, right? So this is the one that I have right here. Okay, it looks like this. Let me just open up this one right here. Okay, so this is how it looks like. You can open up the live chat. It opens up a board, right? There you go. Okay, right, and then there's a FAQ and a tutorial. So we'll come to that shortly. Let's go into the setup first. So you can upload your own custom icons, right? And you can choose if you want to remove the branding as well, right? So right here. Okay okay so the next thing is you can set up your support offer. So right here you can choose whether you want to offer live chat. So if you turn that off, the live chat button will disappear, right? And then you can customize the header, which is right here, the sub header, which is right here. Okay, and then the FAQ setting, you can set this text right here. Okay, and whether you want to enable search and categories, and also for the tutorial categories as well. Okay, right, so there you go. So the next one is the chat flow. So when you go into the live chat, it says, "Hi, good morning, how can I help you today?" So if you want to, you can, it's slightly not necessary morning, right? So maybe you just want to have like, "How can I help you today?" Okay, and you can just have that instead. I guess I gotta save this, right? So if I press this, no, gotta refresh. Okay, I guess it doesn't show up yet. Let's kind of go into here, refresh it in Incognito, see if we get it right this time. Okay. Okay, so it goes to how can I help you today, right? And then you have like pop-up message if you want to have that. So it comes up like this. Okay, so maybe we'll save this. Let's try refreshing. See what we get right here. Okay, there you go. But of course, I think they would need to adjust this a little to, put some padding right here because it's overlapping with the text. Okay, and then ask for user email. So of course this will have to do with the, if you turn this on. Okay, I think if you turn this on, when you are offline, I guess maybe it could possibly be because if I'm also online right now as I'm signed into my account. But if you are offline, then it should ask for an email. Okay, right here, and this is your chat availability, so you can set this up as well, and the availability behavior. Okay, right, and then you can send tickets to this email when I'm offline. You also get a chat page, which I think is very useful. So let me just open this up. So it looks like this. Okay, so while this is nice, I think this is a little weird in a sense that there is so much space right here that's not being utilized because the chat is still working on the widget itself, so it needs to be mapped onto like the entire sort of page right here, and I think that will give a much better experience in on mobile. I think it's fine, right? Because when you open it up, it's a okay, so it actually doesn't take up the entire space here. So yeah, so I think in my opinion, I would suggest that they do add, utilize the chat win embed a chat window right here, and then maybe remove the widget on the chat page. I think that would be much better, right? Okay, so you can put in your company URL. You can of course change the the background color as well if you don't want that. Maybe we'll have like white. Okay, oops, because they have this gradient thing going on. Okay, so that will be okay, and then we will have to set the header. Okay, something like that. Okay, yep. All right, so now the chat page has a white background, right? So that's, and you can also set the meta title and description if you want to maybe index this particular page itself, although I don't think it's a good idea. Next is the FAQ categories, right? So if you look at the widget itself, okay, so there's FAQ in here, and I also have I've added one. So what happens is when you click on this, it opens up the sort of a light box of the the help widget, which I think is a is a different way of presenting. uh, it's you could have more content in there, I would say. Although having it show up in the widget itself is also a nice way to do so. So you can also add a icon onto this one right here. So let's say we will to put in an icon, right? So I will upload this right here. Okay, we'll save this. Right, so when you are uploading an icon, you don't want to upload a large file as well, because the one that I have is a huge file that's not compressed yet. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so you can see the icon right there, right? So you can add that in. You can put in the FAQ content. So the FAQ content, the sort of block builder is also, I would say, quite useful, because you can add a lot of stuff in here, right? You can have text, you can have aiding, you can have images, you can have lists, code, table, checklist, warning, raw HTML, code, and delimiter, right? So a lot of stuff in there. Okay, next you have the video categories, right? Under the video categories, you have so video categories will show up as tutorials, okay, right here. So it will appear sort of like a filter on the top, and then you have like, you can insert the videos in there. Okay, so you can go into videos and you can add them in, right? Put in the video URL. Okay, so I have uploaded a YouTube video. So when you click on this, it opens up a light box allowing you to play the video from here as well. And then installation is really simple. I have a WordPress site right here. You can install the plugin, right? Just download this plugin file and then upload it, install it, activate it, and then enable it. So once you have set the domain correctly, it will appear on your site, right? But of course, you can also make use of the tracking code right here, so that you can sort of insert this on the site, right? Okay, and you can also conditionally show the widget as well. Okay, and of course you can invite your team members onto your your widget to help you, right? So the next thing, of course, you can see analytics reports right here. Okay, and I guess they're gonna have live call features coming in, and then these are all the chat windows. So for example, you can join the conversation and you can start chatting and responding to them from here. Okay, because I guess I have left, so it has to be an email, right? It's not a live chat. Okay, and then you can have save replies. You can favorite some users, block some users. You can close ticket. You can mute notifications. You can send images. You can attach files. You can screencast as well. So this is actually very useful, right? So you can record your screen, you can send it to them, right? I think this is very useful. Right, and camera as well. You can add emojis in there. So I think the chat function is very rich. Probably the only thing is that maybe they can add some gifs, some gifs integration, like maybe that will make it a little bit more interesting as well. And then lastly, you have a chatbot. So I have set up something right here, very simple one, where once the user gets into the live chat, you can ask them for their email first, their username, and then start the live chat, send ticket. Okay, and then have there's a couple of stuff that you can do right here. So let's say we were to send a message. So message wise, you can have a typing animation, you can send a text, image gallery, emoji, image, GIFs, video, audio, right? So it's a lot of stuff that you can send right here. And the chatbot builder is a flow style builder, very similar to ManyChat, so it's very easy to use. And then we can also have action. So there's two type of steps, right? One is message, one is action. So message allows you to ask for those information that I showed you earlier. Next is action. So action, you can send a button link, a button step, start the live chat, send a ticket, end the chat, and send data, ask for user's name, user's email, and user's phone. Right, so I think there's quite a lot of stuff that you can do in Goo.Chat itself, right? So a lot of features, and I think that's quite worth it. Okay, so they also the cool thing is that, of course, if you were to look at Goo.Chat as it is, like it is maybe in terms of the chat function, the widget itself is slightly better than Talk To, I would say. So like, Talk To is free, right? So why would you want to use Goo.Chat? I would say is because of the integration. So they have Zapier, they have Pabbly, and you can export the information, the I think the chat history and all that, the users, sorry, not no chat history, but you can export the users name, email, phone with a bulk export, right? And then there's also the Pabbly integration right here. So that is Webhook URL, so that you can connect this automatically with your CRM, connected to your email marketing tool. And I think this is just very useful, with what you can do with Goo.Chat, right? I would say that there is definitely some minor features that they do want to improve on, okay, which is some of the micro adjustments for the chat widget, so that maybe you have multiple widgets going on, so you can adjust this a little bit. Okay, I would say that will be one of the improvement. Let me see what else. I think the chatbot works fine. The only suggestion is the ability for uh, someone to send a message first. So they should add a sort of block where you can. So right now you have ask for username, ask for user email, and ask for user phone, right? So if you can ask for user something, like you can ask for a chat, a text response, and then before you start the live chat, I think that will be very helpful, right? So because what happens is that if you straight up ask for username, user email, they are not, some people might just bounce, right? They may not follow through with the conversation. So what you can do is that you can ask for, like, hey, what's your issue? And then the person will type in the issue first. Then okay, cool, but just in case we get disconnected, can I get your email? Okay, great. Can I get your name? Okay, then you start the live chat. I think that is much better, right? I think that will be the only few features I would request. Maybe having gifts, I think that could help as well. Okay, But otherwise, I think that it's actually, the widget itself. I think it's great looking. It's that it could be slightly better, like if you could maybe customize the icons right here, but I don't think it's a huge issue, right? Overall, I would say that it's very well designed. Yep. And maybe in terms of the branding, personally, I would put in their logo in here as well. Their favicon. I think that would make it much better, right? But otherwise, I think that Goo.Chat is great. Uh, yeah, I think that's all I have. And of course, the chat page, right? Having just one page with the embedded chat window in there, I think that will really help. And of course, maybe having more features. Let's say they want to expand into a knowledge base. I think that could be very helpful as well, since you can already create the FAQ content from here, right? So I guess that's all I have to share about Goo.Chat overall. I think that this is a very good tool. Um, you know, Pricing wise, of course, they charge based on per domain. I guess if having more domains might help, but otherwise, if you don't run multiple websites, I think this is a very good tool for a lot of small business users out there. So that's all I have to share. If you enjoyed this video, do give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about Goo.Chat in the comments below. Lastly, if you know anyone who could benefit from Goo.Chat, be sure to share this video with them. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.